General elections, presidential and national assembly. Hope that you are having a good Thursday. It's a day we've all waited for, the longest. It's finally here. I hope that you've been able to go out to exercise your franchise, even though over the past few hours, we've gotten various reports as to, how things are playing out across the country. We've been able to speak to our correspondents across various cities in Nigeria, and I'm here right now to ensure that you get more updates as to how things are playing out. You can join the conversation on social media. We're up right now. We're live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Ensure that you are following. You can also follow the hashtag on Twitter and Instagram. See the updates that we have for you. Hashtag NI Mandate 23. You can also talk to us using that hashtag NI Mandate 23, and we can see your updates when we click on that, and of course you can get your thoughts shared right here. We've got correspondents who'll be joining shortly via Zoom, but I have got guests right here with me. Salisu Abdulahi, he's a lawyer and he's also the editor of Page 36. Good to have you join us today, and happy election day to you. I'm just happy saying that, that line. In Nigeria, we're used to greeting and just trying to find a way to be happy about everything. So yeah, that's
no matter how bad it actually looks, we just try to, it's good to be here though. The day has finally come. Finally have our elections.
Now let's get your general overview as to how things have played out. Now, elections were meant to start at 8:30, and we've gotten reports that while some came early enough to set up, voting has been done, coalition and everything is done at some polling units. Some are yet to even have INEC officials come close to them, while some are still queued up waiting. We've heard cases of violence in some areas, but then security agencies came through and were able to handle it in the best way possible. But let's get your thoughts as to how things are playing out. Did you predict this? Is it going just fine?
Okay, let's first of all comment. Let's speak on the good aspect here. So in quite a number of polling units, they actually started early, especially like in Abuja. Things have been a bit peaceful, not all the way. So I think things started early, then things started looking, a bit, will I say a bit? Or quite very shaky at the moment, So looking at INEC, am I impressed? Totally not. INEC assured us. The INEC chairman assured of their readiness. They said we're ready. Then we're looking at security agencies as well. As at yesterday, we're even seeing army armored tanks. Then the police deployed a number of people. Civil defense deployed a number of people. EFCC were caught on camera today parading several polling units. But by the time we start seeing violence, a couple of hours ago, till this moment, there is no security in sight. There's not even one security agent in sight. So we're talking about violence even in Abuja, the capital city. To me, it's an insult. We're looking at Lagos. There are viral videos going on in Lagos. Very
but that's just social media.
Yeah, that's social media, which is the main media on ground right now.
But some of these videos are yet to be confirmed. So until a handful are confirmed, that's the only way we can give the report.
Yes.
But then again, for some of those, we also got that agencies came through, security agencies came through in good time and were able to, handle the situation and get people back in the queue to vote.
That part is good as well. Then there's one aspect as well, which is quite ugly. That's why I expected the security agencies to be on ground to just prevent some kind of things. I'm seeing where, we have even main popular officials in the country making statements saying, if you are from a particular region, leave this place. This polling unit belongs to so and so party. Are we in a democracy? I don't understand.
Now, correctly, INEC promised that people will be able to view results on the go across on the iRev, like that. They have a website, a section of the website for that to happen, and that's the only way you can view it until there is a formal collation and announcement. But we see people still posting results on social media, and that could, shake the polity. That could make some people threatened by what they are seeing.
Yeah, and we haven't even seen that platform, the iRev platform. I haven't seen it.
Have you tried
yet.
to log in? Because it requires a password for you. So it requires a password and a login. You have to have a login information, your username and password before you can gain access to the platform and maybe see the results.
Well, like you said, the results are coming out already. We cannot confirm they're unofficial, but they're actually coming out contrary to what we thought would happen. Then there were cases of even snatching of the beavers. You know, that's where I'm like, where were the security agencies? You know, like there was a lot of very high expectation for these elections. You know, we expected security to be intact, to be in check, you know, because we have seen these things before, you know. So when you're moving forward, you're supposed to try to, you know, curb different things that we've seen in the past, at least reduce them to the barest minimum. And I'm not saying that.
INEC promised that anyone who got there before 2:30 will be allowed to vote. So it's possible that voting could go way into the evening and late into the night as well. Are there plans for if it's really dark? Because we also hear that it's raining in some parts of the country, even in Abuja. It drizzled somewhere in Apo.
Yeah. It rained heavily when I was coming here. It was quite heavy as well.
Okay, so
and I don't know whether they had any preparation for rain. Yeah. So
is this the first rain in the year?
Yes. Strange.
Is it safe to say that's a good thing or a bad thing? Or
it's not a good thing if INEC is not prepared for it, though. You know, so imagine if we have polling units where they have not finished voting as at the time the rain started. We don't even know whether the rain is going to end, you know. So what happens there? You would imagine that the INEC officials there want to, you know, save their materials and prevent them from being damaged. So what happens? How do we now vote? You know, so I don't think they were actually prepared for, I don't know though, but I don't think they were prepared for the rain. And I'm actually very, very concerned for voters that have not voted or that had not yet voted before the rain started.
Now, how about those who are yet to have INEC officials come to their location, having waited for hours? Imagine having to go out at 6:30. It's 4:36 right now.
Yeah.
The hours in between, waiting, standing, hoping that they get to you. Are there plans for them? Can INEC do anything in good time? What could have stopped these officials from getting to their location? Could it have been logistic issues? What exactly is, you know, hindering or causing hitches to the, you know, smooth flow? Because INEC promised us initially that everything will move smoothly. We got reports from various security agencies that they already had men on ground to ensure that no one tries to disrupt the election. But then again, I mean, while in some parts of the country it's smooth, no issues whatsoever, some polling units actually recorded one person on the register. So the person just needs to show up, vote as little as 5 as well, and as much as 700 and 1,000 in some polling units. So imagine the crowd in some and a few number in some other polling units. The distribution wasn't exactly done evenly. Looking at it right now, having to wait for hours, and people were also moved to polling units they had no idea about. So they got to a polling unit, waited for a few hours, checked on the register. By the way, some registers were pasted this morning. So imagine getting there in good time, waiting, and they now come and paste the register, and you now realize that your name is not there. So you have to start looking for yours. Even though people were advised to check online, check on the INEC website. But every now and again, the website had a downtime. So they can't be blamed. And for those who were told to send their information to a specific number to get feedback, it wasn't as swift as they hoped it will be. You'll feel or you think that it will be automated, but then I tried it and it took hours before I knew my polling units already, quite all right, but then it took hours before I got that confirmation. So imagine if you were to be a different polling unit and then I had gone to the one I thought it was mine and waited. And, you know, it comes later and you realize, oh, I've been wasting my time here. That could dampen your spirit and make people change their mind about actually voting.
I think everything we've seen today just showed us that INEC was not fully prepared, as they said they were. You know, and they were fighting for Naira notes at the last minute. But I feel even without the Naira, there are other things you could have sorted out. You're talking about names being in the right polling units, for example. I think they could have paid so much attention to that, you know, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure everybody's vote counts at the end of the day. And we didn't talk about this issue that we experienced earlier today in some particular states where the number of ballot papers available were not up to the number of registered voters at those polling units as well. And INEC has not come out to officially even tell us what's going to happen in those scenarios, because we have people showing up, but you don't have enough ballot papers for them to vote. So here, we're not even talking about security issues or insecurity or whatever. There's peace here. The voters have showed up, but we don't have the paper. So what's happening? So INEC has not really even spoken to say, when it comes to this and this, what's happening? Even in those polling units where we have seen the snatching of the ballot boxes, INEC has not come out to say, this is what's going to happen here, or this is not what's going to happen here.
Don't you think it's too early to decide that, saying that they'll still try to do some investigations and determine what the next steps will be for those areas affected or disrupted from voting?
I don't know if they're taking note of the areas affected, because we understand the officials are on ground, but without the videos we have seen on the social media from people present at these polling units, we don't know if we could have gotten the report of these incidents that have actually happened.
So we have this report from Unit 43 of Boko, Ward 6 of Barry Local Government Area, from one of our reporters who's right there right now. Voters in the area were unable to vote. They claimed that INEC officials did not come to the unit, and they're still waiting till now
They are still waiting. That's very telling. That's very telling of how determined Nigerians actually were during this election.
Yeah. You can join the conversation via our platforms right now. Watch live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube platform as well, and click the little bell so you are notified whenever it is that we are online. On Twitter and Instagram, you can follow up with the conversation. Simply search #NI Mandate 23. That's it. #NI Mandate 23, so that we can see your thoughts and your contribution to the conversation right now. You can also give your situation report via the WhatsApp platform 08099930137. That is the WhatsApp line. Ensure that you include your name, location, and your polling unit so that we can get on with the conversation and know what exactly is happening around you. I hope that you went out today to vote. Do you have any issues voting? How long did you have to wait for before you were able to get accredited and also make votes as well? Now, some units have complained, looking at what our reporters are sending in right now, that some voting papers finished before the others, and people are having to wait for that to be sorted out in good time. So we'll get the reporters to call in to give us more information as to what exactly and how exactly that is playing out where they are. Counting ongoing as at 4:15 p.m. at Ward 1, Unit 15, Alessa Eleme Local Government Area, that is in Rivers State. No complaints recorded. Voting still ongoing at Ward 5, Unit 1, Ibuluya Amatu, as at 3:53 in Okrika Local Government Area. That is from our reporter Ifeemi Andrew, that's in Rivers State. So we're getting this update as to how things are playing out across the country right now. And I hope that if you're still queued up, that you get to vote. Patience is a virtue. I'm hoping that you're not one of those who are at various polling units where nothing is happening, you're waiting. Or could it be that they're maybe at the wrong polling unit? Because some polling units were cancelled because they had no registered voters. Is that a possibility? There could have been a mix-up.
Yeah, even if that was a possibility, I think INEC could have prepared for that as well. There should be agents on ground to actually inform or even ask questions or even direct, let them know, if your name's not here, go here, check that. They just need to be, they needed a structure basically, and they actually lack the structure because you can't blame the voters. Some of these people are not very literate, so there needed to be proper structure put on ground, which still falls back to INEC. Yep.
While we put all of the pressure and the blame on INEC, doing your due diligence in finding your polling units, that's really important.
Are you talking to the average?
Yes, I mean,
Nigerian?
you would expect that you would send. INEC was supposed to send messages to Nigerians with their polling units, but not everybody got
the message.
The message. So you would expect that that person would search online or find a way to.
You're saying online as well, yeah. But I'm looking at the villages. Yeah, so most of those people at the villages, what do you expect them to do? That's where I really expected this structure that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You even communicate to them in the language that they understand. So I expected people to be on ground, to be able to direct these people, lead them. Because even using the beavers, you need to guide these people more. You need to give them more guidance because most of them are not very literate, like I said. Most of them do not have Android phones and all these things, so they needed to prepare for those kind of people.
Okay.
I feel so.
All right. Well, let's see how things play out in the next couple of hours. We'll be hoping to get an update from INEC regarding this polling units where there's been a bit of disruption, violence, and how they hope to make up for it. But then again, wherever it is you are, ensure that you are staying safe and watching your vote. Ensure that you're not causing that disruption whatsoever. We heard some people who caused disruptions in Lagos were arrested by the security agencies, the police. Yes, the police. So would get to know what happens with them because once there's an example set by one person or with one person, everybody else would sit up, learn a lesson because people complain that, with all the violence that happens during elections, they don't get to see any examples set with anyone. So let's just hope that something is done.
Because we could see faces on camera. One of these actresses actually did a live video and we could see she was pointing to some of the guys there. So I hope the security agencies actually do what they're supposed to do. I just fear what happens to the ballot papers, if they are destroyed, what do we do, So I hope the security agencies can actually take it from there. And like you said, set the necessary examples. Very, very important. And we had somebody got killed as well. I think in Kogi State as well, like they were trying to allegedly snatch a ballot box and the security agencies opened fire. So I hope people really learn.
All right, let's go to the phone lines right now to get your thoughts. 0700 951 0000 080 959 74869. Those are the numbers to call. You can also do a WhatsApp voice call on 080 9993 0137. Welcome to you.
Yeah, my brother, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Your guys there in Itodo.
Welcome. Go ahead. What's your name?
I'm William calling from Metama, Ghana State, precisely.
Go ahead.
Luna is raining here every day in Metama. I don't know the part of the state, part of the FCT. The current is very, very here. But like you all said, I don't know what arrangement the INEC will make for the observers or for wherever that is under the election. Because if it's rain, it might rain as well as affected those documents. So I strongly believe that we don't know what's going to happen in the next election. Because if it started in the first, I thought in the first rain of the year, because I strongly believe that it should be raining across the country. But so far so good. The election was so well. I think in Ghana Street, I think they have to do one or two. What I mean is that they have two polling booths because the other one was so congested. You have to divide it into I think about 3 or 4. I think the as well has about so many which is quite good. They make everything more easier and more smoothly. And according to what I heard across the country, I think everything will be moving so smoothly. In fact, that there's some few pockets of, some miscommunication.
Now, how long did you wait before you were able to cast your vote?
It wasn't took so long here. I think it wasn't up to maybe 30 minutes. Because the observers arrived by 8:30 thereabouts.
All right.
I think the accreditation and here as you vote and everything goes off. Yes, it was cool. It was nice.
All right, thank you so much for giving that report and sure that you have a nice evening. Welcome to you.
Yeah. Good evening, Itodo.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, this is Arona calling you from Fuji Council.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah. Well, where I voted in Gaube was calm, no stress, no any issue there. Everything went well. And what we just experienced around that area now is just it's been raining. It's raining here now, but the rain has stopped.
Now, did the rain disrupt the voting process in any way, or were you already done before the rains came?
No, we are done with the voting before the rain started. You understand? If the rain just kept us, in fact, waiting. It just as the rain stopped, we were able to start coming home. But everything went well, no any issues. And then I believe everybody is satisfied with the result there.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to share your thoughts and sure you have a nice evening. So far, I mean, from Maitama, where the young man called, and right now we have Danube, that's from Haruna. He's saying that the rains came, but then it did not disrupt because they were done in good time. But not everyone can say the same thing. People had to maybe scamper for safety, hoping that the rain. But that's the thing with not planning. You know, we just assume that it's not the rainy season yet in the FCT, so today will not be any different. But see what happens.
I hope we learn from this though, because where the white man is ahead of us, they always plan for the worst case scenario. You know, so should this happen, should that happen, we are ready. That's when you say you are ready. You're ready for any circumstance, any situation.
Okay, let's go back to the phone lines right now. Welcome to you. Hello? Are you there? Okay, doesn't seem. Are you there? Are you ready? Good evening to you.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
To Nigeria Info?
Yes, you are. What is your name and location, please?
Am I on to Nigeria Info?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm in a...
What is your name?
I'm in a...
I'm not sure he can hear us. If you can do to call back so we can have a clear conversation, and where you are is really noisy, so if you can move away from there and call back. Welcome to you. Good evening to you. Okay. Welcome. Hello? When you call in, please move away from your radio so we can hear you clearly. Welcome. All right, 0700 951 0000. The phone lines are also having a mind of their own right now, but you can call on WhatsApp to give us that update, hoping that you had a smooth process at your polling unit. And of course, you voted and you're not having to wait for the INEC officials, or you're still on the queue trying to vote. Exercise some patience and cast your franchise, okay? Vote, do the right thing. You're already there. There's no point losing hope. Welcome to you.
Hello?
Can you move away from your radio, please?
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What is your name and your location?
My name is Mr. Odo.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Okay. I wonder why the INEC people don't turn up coming late. I'm calling from Gawalada.
Okay.
Why is that the arrangements are made in 2 days and then come late from 12? And some part of Enugu are getting information now. The INEC people are just arrived now. What is going on?
All right. Thank you for sharing that with us. We hope that that is sorted out in a good time. Getting more updates from our colleagues in the field right now. And Oga Ken says, chaotic situation at Ihuakbala Square, Ward 1 polling units 001 and 002, Equilobia in Aguata local government area of Anambra State. Massive voter turnout, but no INEC officials and materials until about 2:15 p.m. Voting started at about 2:30 p.m. Total registered voters 654 and 677 for the two polling units. So patience is a virtue in Nigeria right now. It's something you need to learn, because if you don't have patience, I'm not sure where that will take you. And it's really important that it's impressive, I would say, that you wait for so long and you still have the hope that they'll get to you, regardless of how things may be playing out.
Yeah, but INEC should not keep people waiting, though. Yeah, we have to add that part so they don't keep up with this mode of operation. You know, when you tell people to get there by 8, you know, be there by 8. You know, but I like the fact that even if they got there by, is it 2:15?
Yes.
They were ready by 2:30, so 15 minutes. they could get ready to attend to the
All right, we need to
people
go on a quick break right now. When we come back, we continue with the conversation. This is the Mandate on Nigeria Info 95.1, talking about the presidential and National Assembly elections. Are you voting? Have you voted? Are you still waiting to vote? Let's know how things are playing out in your location. Stay tuned.
Let's talk about the biggest conversation.
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria Info.